All right, welcome back, boys and girls. Today we've got a full true custom knife to talk about that happens to be for sale. All right. I'm going to put the price down in the description. I'm not going to talk about it here because it may change. The price may change. So I don't want to announce it here and then it drop and, scare people off. So just check the description. If there's a price, make an offer. Email me. This is not my knife. It came from Will, a viewer of the channel, and cool, super cool guy. But yeah, he's setting the price. I think it's a fair price. Check the description. If it says sold, well, then yeah, it's sold. But yeah, let's make some offers and see if we can get this moved for Will. Casey Gray. Quickbird Tanto. Here's just a little bit of details about it. This is from April of 2023. Here is Casey Gray's information. If you want to reach out to him directly for any other handmade knives, anything like that, maybe he knows something more about this. If you've got a question, I don't know. That's a little much, but So first off, let's just run through the specs on this thing. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of things I really love about it and a couple things I don't like. Most of the things I don't like is just aesthetics and a personal preference. So just a hair under 5 inches overall. Sorry, 5 inches closed. I get ahead of myself reading my notes over here on the side. Overall is just a hair under 8 3/8. 3.4 inch blade. I measure the blade from the tip of the scale to the tip of the knife. So the edge, you actually get a little bit more because the edge comes down a little bit farther than the tip of that scale. So, it's just under 3.5. 3.47 cutting edge. 0.022 behind the edge. 0.154 blade thickness. Thor Damacor blade steel, which you saw on the COA. Weighs in at 5.4 ounces, which is just 0.4 ounces heavier than a D-cell battery to give you guys some perspective. Overall thickness is 0.579, excluding the clip. And it runs on bearings. And it runs great. Not drop shut, but super smooth, controlled close. That's my favorite type of close. It does come with an embroidered zippered pouch. All right, let's take a close-up look at this thing because it's pretty freaking cool. The blade is awesome. I love a Tanto blade. It's one of my favorite shaped blades there are. Between a Tanto and a recurve, and if you did a Tanto recurve, like Frank Fisher has done, and Vandermeulen Blade Works has done, and several other people have done, woo, doggy. I am all about it. I don't love this little notch in the top of the blade. Again, nothing wrong with it functionally. It's just, that's totally an aesthetic piece. Okay. Timascus bolsters. Look at that pivot. That is a very cool pivot. It's the same on the other side. I love how he darkened the hardware here in the Timascus, but left it normal color, if you will, in this green vintage micarta that is just beautiful. This is basically a brand new knife. Will got it back in April. I think it was a giveaway knife or an auction knife or something. He was able to pick it up, and he's never really carried it. Pocket clip works great. I do wish it was maybe just a hair tighter. It doesn't have a lot of grab. I mean, it's not going to fall out of your pocket, but it's just a little looser in the pocket than my personal taste. Okay. Inside, you can see that engine turning and that detail inside the scales. If I can get a light in here to make it actually look pretty good. That to me is always next level. Just a beautiful attention to detail. The liner lock works great. Super solid lockup, no blade play. Again, darkened hardware on the Timascus part and that beautiful pivot on the backside. Again, the blade is just great. I love how he's got the swedge in here so you can see truly that core and the sanmai type of material on the outside. I love the look of that. Even the backspacer has some cool details. It's Timascus and has a little notch cut out there. It doesn't really need to be there for the blade to sink in, but it is just an aesthetic thing. Let me grab the light again. And I'm kind of giving a little bit more detail just because it's a true, like a full dress custom that is for sale. So I want you guys to really get a good peek at this. If you are interested at all in it, I want you to have a good look. So one thing that I wished it had from more of a functional perspective is maybe just a little bit of jimping right there on the flipper tab, because it's a little smooth. It works, but it is a little smooth. These ones I'm not trying to flip it, but it is a bit smooth there. 99 out of 100 times I nail it, but every so often, my fat finger slips off. I think it's a super cool knife. If there was a little jimping on the flipper tab and the blade was straight across, I would like it just that much more. Outside of that, I love everything about it. And the pocket clip maybe a little bit more snug. Outside of that, it is absolutely fantastic. See that one, it didn't flip all the way. It came out just a hair. It broke the detent, but it didn't swing open because of that little bit of jimping. You just got to get used to it. It's very similar to any knife. So when I pick up that knife, I just need to remember. When I pick up this Red Horse Knife Works Custom, I got to remember to give it a little bit of extra oomph, because if you just do it, it's not going to fire. That's just how this knife works, and that's okay. I think it's like that with most every knife. This R.J. Martin, you need to realize that this is almost a finger-breaking detent. So they're always a little bit different. So I always open up a knife a couple, 3 times and then put it in my pocket to carry for the day, just so I kind of get a little bit of that muscle memory, if you will, for that particular knife that's going to be in my pocket. So here's just a couple of quick size comparisons to give those of you that are not familiar with this model, which I was not, some perspective on it. Here it is with the Spyderco Delico. That was just a random Sharpie. Since I pulled out the Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser, show you that one and the RJ Martin just because. So again, like I said before, I will put a price down in the description. Go check it out. Let me know if you like that price, if you want to make an offer, whatever, that I will talk with Will, the owner, and see if we can make a deal. Here is also with a double homicide from Jeff Vandermeulen, just to give you even more perspective on this giant cartoonish looking goofy knife that I had to have, which is a Tanto with a recurve. And it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. Only thing I don't love about it is that I wished it was more cool, like my buddy Eric's that I just hung out with at Blade Show West the other day. His double homicide's a little cooler than mine. It's got Timascus bolsters also and is a liner lock. So his is just a little bit cooler than mine, but that's okay. There you go. Let me know your thoughts. I think I've done a couple of other Casey Gray videos. I'll see. I don't remember if I have a playlist. I'll check. Anyway, check the description down below for the price. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Will, thank you for letting me check this out. Hopefully we can get it sold for you. If you're interested, hit me up.